What's up guys, Vinny here, bringing you something a little bit different. We're bringing you my custom controls and my camera settings, because I know a lot of you have been asking, been going on to my Twitch and putting like camera to find out what I've been using. So I've decided to make a video on it, so you all can just like go to this video and this will be your reference to what I use. So we'll get into the controls. We've got FIFA Trainer, hide, time finishing on. If you don't have time finishing on, I recommend putting it on and learning it. The time finesse is crazy. Like if you can learn it and hit greens, you will get like a few more wins every weekend, depending obviously where you finish usually. So if you're like a average FIFA player and you add this to your game, I promise you that you will become a much better player, because you can break up these part of the bus players who have so many people behind the ball. You have this on, hit a time finesse from distance, and if they don't move the keeper, you've got a goal, nice and easy. Second defender switch icon off. I've gone with the off option because for me, I like the old school look to it. It's just one cursor. I feel like I've got more like focus on the actual player rather than what's going on. So obviously some people prefer to defend and focus about the whole play being built up, but sometimes I like to focus on the individual player who's attacking me, and I can see if I can press him or not. And I'm not really too fussed about which player it does switch to, because I usually use the right analog or the L1, depending obviously where it is. So we go to the pass block assistance. This is on. You've got to have it on. If you don't have it on, you're crazy. I don't know why you would have it off at all. It wouldn't make any sense to have it off. It's just basically what stops, like makes you block the shot more and intercepts passes a lot more. I've got auto switching on air balls. If you've got auto on, please take it off and change to air balls and just learn how to switch yourself. You will have more control over the game and how your players are like pressing the ball. And like obviously some people like probably having auto so they can press the ball a lot quicker. But if you have air balls on, all you have to do, if you want to like change player, just press L1 and just zip off to them. It's simple as that. Auto switch moving assistant. I've got this on none. For me, this is like how much assistance is added to once you've changed the player. So say if I'm like Sergio Ramos, the AI is running Sergio Ramos back and it's on high. If I press L1 and it switches to Ramos, or I right analog stick onto Sergio Ramos, it will practically like carry on the movement he was going, instead of giving me instant full access of the player. So that's why I have none. So as soon as I change to that player, I feel like I've got instant control. I can just press L2 to just stand my ground and hold the line, or whatever you need to do in a situation. If you could either use none or low. Personally, I've gone with none. Just they're very similar. But yeah, I would say for me, none is the best. Do not have high. You're at a disadvantage if you have high, in my opinion. Obviously pass assistance and all this is on assisted. I'm not sure if this comes as semi or assisted, but if it is on assisted, change it to semi. Basically, more power you put onto it is dependent on where you put it. So if you put not much power on it, it will go near post. If you put a lot of power, it will go back post. Simple as that. It obviously gives you more control of the cross. Analog sprint is off. I've got this off mainly because every time I've had it on, I've lost, and that's a promise. Like I feel like I'm not able to have full sprint with my players, either if it's tracking back or running forward. It seems like the game doesn't register how far you're actually pushing it to get to the full sprint. So I just have it off. For me, it's way better, way better. And if you have it on, take it off. Trust me, it might give you a lot better feel to the game, as you can get to your instant sprint speed straight away. We've got classic on attack and defense. Just how the controls come. I ain't changing anything up. I'm not like one of them who changes like the tackle to be X and stuff like that. I don't need to do that. We'll go into the cameras. I'm using classic at the moment, mainly because I like to be like up close and personal basically with the game. I sit very close to my monitor, so I can actually, and like the close camera like helps it a lot, because I can see like every little movement in attack and defense, to see if I can press the ball, if I can take the player on, depending what it is. For me, that I find classic being a lot better because it's up close. But if you like to be a guy who can actually see the whole game and want to build up, and you're like quite a slow player or whatever it may be, I do use telebroadcast a few times with 20 height and 0 zoom. This is my preference when I do use this, because I feel like I have full, like, I think, like, is it eagle's eye? No, it's not eagle's eye. Bird's eye view, that's the one. Bloody hell. Of the actual game, and I can pass it around, switch the ball up and whatnot. So yeah, if I'm not using classic, I'm using telebroadcast. Obviously, it all comes down to preference. All these settings are preference. If you don't like something, just change it up. There's no harm in changing. Just because I don't use it doesn't mean you can't use it. Simple as that. But that'll be it for the video, guys. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and peace.